Dolly.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Hey, I was just calling to tell you I've never watched your show before. Thank you for keeping Summer's name out there. But we don't agree with anything you guys are saying as far as Summer goes. This
Oh,
is not the first time Candace has had a kid go missing. Her older daughter, Candy, went
uh-huh.
missing in foster care. And we put flyers out then, and then Summer came missing. But we, honest to God, don't believe that they're responsible for this. We think it's a mistaken identity, that the people they were hanging out with were actually the targets and not the Wells and not Summer. And everything people are saying is driving us nuts because has nothing to do with Summer.
I'm lost. Like I just got sucked into a parallel universe or something. You lost me. Like, okay, this what?
What? All right, Candace had two children removed
Yeah.
before she
Okay.
had her
What?
four with.
I
Okay,
know that one daughter had ran away from foster care for a little bit, but she
she
wasn't.
did, and
It wasn't nothing
she
to do
did.
with Candace, right?
No, it had nothing to do with Candace,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
we were still, as a family, looking for her, and it had nothing to do with it. And before that, our cousin Rose went missing, and then Candace's older daughter went missing,
Okay.
and then
Wait.
she
You
had
keep
another.
saying we. Are you kin to the Wells?
I am.
Okay. Who are you first? We know who we talking to.
I'm her cousin.
Is your name just cousin? Do you got a name?
Well, we'll just go with cuz,
Cuz. All right,
because
cuz.
yeah. All right, cuz.
You on
All
that
right, because
bullshit. I'm just
no,
saying.
because no. This has all been turned into the
That's that fuck
TBI.
shit.
No, I'm not talking bullshit. No, I'm
Oh,
not.
okay.
This has all been turned into TBI.
Oh,
No. So we've had people go missing before on that side of the family where we've gone up in arms looking for children, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden Summer goes missing. We're like, what the hell is going on over here? You got two kids missing from the same mom, but the word on the street, because we still have kin there, the word on the street, this Summer was not the intended target there. This has nothing to do with them.
so
She was
somebody
not.
wanted to kidnap somebody, but they didn't want to kidnap Summer. But
No,
when they
no, no,
got
no,
there,
no, no. Let me lay it down for you. Let me lay it down for you. Okay. You can investigate this too. You can, as I speak, you can
okay,
go
I'm
right
gonna look up
online
and see if
and
they have
Google
a
this.
cousin named Cuz first. That's gonna be my
No, listen.
first step.
Look up a dude named Spider. Okay.
All right.
He was arrested at 2 o'clock in the morning the day Summer went missing.
Okay.
And he was in a drug deal. Okay. He was arrested a few miles down from their house, right in Rogersville, Tennessee. He was meeting three people from Virginia. They were coming up. Okay. And somebody called in an anonymous tip and he was busted.
Uh huh.
It wasn't the Wells that called him in, but the people they were hanging out with called him in. You can look this up. His name's Steven, and he goes by Spider. June 15th, you look this up. I'm telling you the truth. They bust Spider,
Okay, his
and the
name is
people he
Steven
was
though,
meeting, yeah,
and he was
yeah, you
arrested
can look
June
it up right now.
15th
Yep,
of last
at two
year,
o'clock in the morning. No.
2 years ago.
2021, the day Summer went missing. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Listen to me. I'm telling you the truth. This is just like crazy. Nobody's listening to us. He was busted. He was meeting people from Virginia. Okay, a carload of three people. An anonymous tip called in. Spider had drugs on him. They busted him that morning. They were pissed off because it was intercepted. Okay, and it came back to 110 Ben Hill Road, but it was not the Wells who called it in. It was the Crawfords. And all of a sudden, Ricky gets killed the next day. I'm telling you, this is
Which
honest
dude
to
is
God truth.
Ricky?
Ricky's Marlena's brother.
Marlena is the one that's living in the homeless camp or whatever, right?
No, I don't know where the fuck the bitch is now. I'd like to know, but I don't know because she wouldn't be there. No,
Oh,
she's all, it comes down to the Crawfords. I'm telling you right now, listen to me. The Crawfords were the intended target. It was not the Wells. And in our hearts and souls, we believe with every
yeah,
fiber of
but
our
did they have
being.
a daughter?
Journey. Her name's Journey.
Okay.
They sure did.
So these people that busted on Spider, that you saying this is a retaliation, and some people have
Oh, that's
showed.
exactly what I'm saying. And the people that did it are in Rowan Mountain, Tennessee. And we turned this into the TBI, and nobody's listening to us. He puts on his Facebook, keep them stuck and steal their children, and he's all into like this Joshua. It's called the Isaiah House. He said we steal their kids and homeschool them, and this guy's freaking nuts out of his mind on drugs because he's a drug dealer.
Well, people are saying
And
Ricky Crawford is still alive, but I 100%
no,
believe the
he's not.
Crawfords are
No, he's not.
involved.
He's dead. He got drowned. Nope, he's not. He's dead. Nope, they killed him. He's dead. He's killed.
So
I'm telling you right now, that man's dead.
So you're saying this? They done went and got Summer because of this drug he got ratted on, snitching.
It wasn't them though.
Yeah, but it was
wasn't.
mistaken. They came there thinking it was the Crawfords, and they ended up getting Summer. Is what you're saying?
Honest to God, that's what we believe. And the only way it makes sense, if you listen to me, is her timeline is a lie. That's a big fat lie. But the Wells, I'm telling you, Donnie and Candus are innocent as can be. They didn't do it. This is like, if you look at their timeline, her timeline doesn't make sense because it's not true. Her timeline, she left the home, and Grandma, or you can call her Grandis or whatever the fuck you want, we call her Candy. Candy was there, and she was sleeping, and the boys were supposed to be in charge of the home, and Candus left.
Where did Candus go? Cuz.
Well, you want to know the truth? She went to take Hunter home. She was taking Hunter home. She was there with Hunter, and she wasn't supposed to be there with Hunter. She
So
was
you're
taking
saying
Hunter home.
when Allie says that Summer was in the car when she brought Hunter home?
Oh, Allie, no,
that's
she
a lie.
Lied. No, and then if you go back and look on YouTube, she already admitted that was a lie. That was a big fat lie. She's a big fat liar. She was like not following Hunter's probation at all. She let him do whatever the fuck he wanted to do with Candus and whoever he wanted to do it with. She didn't give a shit. She was too fat and lazy, sleeping in her bed, on the toilet, whatever the hell she was doing, but she wasn't watching her kid. I'm telling you, that was a lie. So what happened is she was taking Hunter home, and so her timeline is screwed up, and when she says she don't want to talk about it because, oh, I already told the TVA, everybody knows if I tell it, so the perpetrator, fuck that. No, you don't want to tell the truth.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if Candus is completely innocent, like you're saying, then why all the fuck shit? Why all the
Well, let me tell you why. But it's going to come out now. Let me tell you why. It's about ready to come out. Let me tell you why. Because she was afraid to lose her boys. But now the boys don't want to come home. So Candus has nothing else to lose, right? It's going to come out. Let me tell you the truth. It's coming out. You guys all watch. It's coming out. Candus lied about the timeline, and she was scared. But now she has nothing else to lose. And Don, the guilt is eating them up alive, and they're coming out. They had nothing to do with this little baby going missing. It's not them. It's not them. And we've already turned these people into the TBI over and over, and nobody's listening. And we keep sending like video proof and proof. This is not them. They didn't do it. It's not them. It's the Crawfords. They need to look closer, and they need to look at these people that were sending like the proof. This guy like has pictures of like keeping stock and stealing their babies. Like he talks about this code and all this weird shit. He's talking about the jailhouse code. Like when they go to jail, they write letters and code to each other and shit. This guy, and I don't know how I can put his name out there without getting in trouble. In my opinion, it's Philip. I don't know how to. I'm not.
Yeah, don't worry about his name. Just send it to me in my Facebook.
All right, but he's from Rowan Mountain. I'm telling you, and there's a video of this this guy living in the woods and talking about stealing kids and all this bullshit and keeping them like in an Amish school almost, like it's called the Isaiah House. He calls it like this religious house. And I swear to God, our family does not believe that they're guilty. Honest to God, they're not. And we think that these people honestly took Summer and on mistake. It wasn't not the intended target. Marlena's daughter Journey was actually, that's why Marlena's freaking out. Summer was not the one that was supposed to be gone. It was supposed to be Journey. And everybody's like, oh, she was gone 2 to 3 minutes. No, she wasn't. She was gone 2 to 3 hours. And that's why.
So what else is Candace lying about? Cuz you said the timeline is wrong. That Allie lied.
That's it. No, that's it. And Allie
so while she was gone, what do you think happened?
She took Hunter home, and they came up on that hill and got that baby. That's honest to God what happened. And if you look at like the FBI evidence and the TBI and the LE evidence, nothing. Why have they not arrested them? Because they didn't do it. And the digital evidence proves it on their phone and their GPS and all that stuff. They did not do this. This was not them. This was done to them. And they're not listening to the people that we think in our hearts did this. And if you look Spider up, I'm telling you, you Googled the Times Herald, June 15th, 2021, and look at Stephen's record, Spider, you'll see he was arrested at 2 o'clock that morning.
Okay, somebody asked, how did the 110 address get mixed up?
It didn't get mixed up. That was because she was staying there. It did not get mixed up.
So when she called the police on Spider, she called from 110 Ben Hill Road.
No, she didn't call the police on Spider, though. It wasn't her. She didn't do it. She did not call the police.
No, I'm saying Spider. Marlena called the police on Spider, right?
No, no. There was an anonymous tip. It was anonymous. Whoever called, what I'm trying to tell you is Spider got the drugs from this dude in Rowan Mountain, okay?
Uh-huh.
And the dude he got the drugs fronted from is the one that had this arranged. It was not the Wells, I'm telling you. And if you look at the son of a bitch online, which we have done, and we've sent it to the TBI, the FBI, the LE, and we're telling them, look at this guy. He's talking about stealing babies. He's talking about being this great drug dealer, blah, 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 and keeping them stuck and stealing their kids and all that.
And you gave all this information to TBI?
We did. And they're not listening. They're not listening to us because they think we're like stupid hillbillies or something. They're not listening. They won't listen. And we're trying to tell them, listen, somebody called in on Spider and it wasn't us. And his people took retaliation on the Wells, trying to get back up the Crawfords, and it wasn't us. It had nothing to do with them.
Yeah, but you think somebody's gonna come because you told them somebody's gonna come take your kid? I mean, that's a little extreme, don't you think? For snitching on somebody?
No. How much do you think that he had on him? How many kilos do you think he had on him?
What, when they busted him?
Yeah, look it up. It's all right there. It's all.
I mean, how many kilos did he have? Just save me the trouble. You can tell me.
No, go ahead. No, look it up. He had guns. He had drugs. He had a backpack full of shit. Not only that, but the people came from West Virginia. But he had information on the Isaiah house. He had information on their whole racket that they had going in Rowan Mountain over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, look it up. He's still in freaking jail right now.
So if he's in jail, he couldn't have done it. So, but you're saying his people done it?
Spider didn't take it. No, Spider did not take her. But I'm telling you, the guy that he was working for, he did it. I'm telling you right now, that man Philip did it. And with my whole heart, as I'm sitting here breathing, I swear to God, hand to God, I believe that man did it. Hand to God.
And he did that because of a drug debt, because his drugs got knocked off.
He did it because he was busted and they had information regarding his operation.
All right, somebody told me to ask you, do you think Summer is alive?
I don't. I honest to God don't. You know why? Because I think she was too much of a liability at that point. I think they had I think they cut their losses, and I think, I don't want to start crying, but honest to God, I don't think that they kept her. I think that they got rid of her because they realized that they made a mistake.
Yeah, and
Once it
I
all
don't know
came
how I
out,
would look up Spider because I don't know his last name.
no, I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on. I can tell you. You just give me 10 seconds. I'll tell you. 1 second. Hold on. I got all of it. No, his name
Or
is
you can just
Steven.
shoot it to me on Facebook, like I said, and
I
I'll
don't
look
know if
into it.
you're on. I've never listened to. I don't even know your name. I've never listened to your show before.
Oh, okay. Well, how did you find me?
I just looked up live on YouTube and you popped up.
Oh, okay. And
All
it
right,
just
hold on 1
happened to be
second.
some you knew all about that you happen to be family with.
Well, no, I just happened to see you were talking about Summer Wells. I'm like,
Oh,
well,
okay.
listen,
Okay.
I'm going to look it up right now. I'm going to tell you. June 15th, 2021. I'm doing it right now. Hold on.
Okay.
I know you think I'm nuts, but I'm not. It's in the Times Herald. And that's
Okay,
their local
Ziggy's in the
newspaper.
room. I got you. She says, look up this article by Newsbreak called Four Arrested After Large Quantity of Meth.
Yep, that's
Numerous
it.
guns
Ziggy.
seized from
Hi,
Churchill
Ziggy. I love
residence.
Ziggy. Yep. Ziggy's right. Yep, Ziggy's right. That's it. She's right. I'm telling you.
So Don and Candus was tied into those people, which was Marlena,
By
and Marlena
accident.
was tied into Spider.
Marlena. Yep. It was not done directly. It was by accident. I'm telling you. This was by accident. They were not tied in directly to them. That's the heartbreak about the whole situation.
So then what would make some people go after them? I mean, what would make them think the Wells were involved there where they would have to go kidnap
because
Summer?
Where, if I can tell you, that's where they stayed. That's where she spent a majority of her time. She was like there all the time. And that's the only thing. They didn't mean to take her to hurt her or kill her or anything. They were using her as collateral. And then all of a sudden it blew up. And they're like, oh, fuck, we got the wrong person. We got the wrong victim. We got the wrong person.
So nobody at the house. The Grandis was asleep. The kids didn't see nothing. I mean, what did they come into the house?
Oh, but they did. No, listen, the kids did see something, though. Here's the thing. When Candus went to the door and said, hey, Wyatt, watch Summer, you don't say that for 2 seconds, right? You say that when you're leaving. Hey, watch your sister, and get in your car and leave. And Grandis even said, I hate even calling her that. We call her, that's Candus, and we call
Candy.
Grandma. Listen, we call Grandma Candy, okay? So I don't like to call her Grandis. I feel it's very disrespectful. So Candy was sleeping in her trailer and she heard Candus leave. And she'll tell you that. I heard her leave. She was leaving to take Hunter home. And her timeline don't make sense because it doesn't. It's not true what she's telling. And that's why they look guilty. Her timeline does not make sense because she left. And when she left, that's when it happened.
But what I'm saying then, what did the boys see? It was Summer. If Summer was inside with the boys, how did the people get in the house and grab Summer without the boys seeing it?
They didn't get in the house, so.
And why didn't they take the boys?
No, listen. Summer went outside. And if you listen to what Ronnie Lawson says, and I have this interview, he says the boys said Summer was last seen walking out of the house and Summer left the home. Summer went outside and they got her outside. It wasn't like they didn't know the boys were inside. They didn't go inside the house. I'm telling you, they took Summer. She went outside to play and they grabbed her because they thought she was Journey. I swear to God, as I'm breathing, they thought she was Journey and she wasn't Journey. And when they realized she was Summer, I think they did something bad to her. I really do. I honest to God do. I swear to God, I think they did something bad to that little girl. And I wish with every fiber of my being that I'm not right. And I pray I'm not right, but I think I am. I think they did something very bad to that little girl because they thought she was not Summer. They thought she was Marlena's kid.
What do you mean you said you did something really bad to that little girl?
I think they killed her.
Oh, you think they did something bad? I thought you said, I think I did something bad to that little girl.
not me. No, honey. I'm a
Oh,
hillbilly. Listen to
okay.
me very carefully. I'm a hillbilly. Sometimes I can talk, and it don't. No, not me. I would never, ever, ever do anything bad to a child ever. I worked in public schools. I retired from a public school. No, I would never, ever, ever do anything bad to a child. I have 6 grandchildren myself. I'm an older lady. I would never harm a child, not me. They did something bad to that little girl, I think. In my heart, I believe that they did something bad to that little girl. And our family, when we sit around and talk about this is what we think happened. We think she wasn't the target that was supposed to be. And when you hear Jody Sue and Andy and all that bullshit and all the fucking shit in the holler, that's all drama bullshit that takes away from Summer. Summer wasn't supposed to be gone. It wasn't Summer they were after. We, honest to God, think
Now, in that article, that Newsbreak article that Ziggy was talking
do
about.
you see it?
No, I
You
haven't
see
seen
it?
the article. I haven't looked it up. But you saying Steven is Spider?
Yep.
Okay, so I can
That's
find
him.
the 4 people that were arrested. Go by Steven, and that would be the Spider guy.
Right. But let me
Okay.
tell you, Steven's dealer is in Rowan Mountain, and he's not in that article. He's not mentioned. And I've turned this into the TBI, and I've turned it into, like, nobody listens to us. They think we're freaking hicks from the damn. They treat us like fleas or something. They don't want nothing to do with us. I'm telling you, Spider's dealer is in Rowan Mountain.
And there is a connection between the Melina girl and the Spider girl. You know that for a fact.
Oh, I know that for a personal fact. And let me tell you, and I can relate it back to Candus Wells too. It's the Mendenhalls. I can tell you. So if you look up that, you look that up, and I've got it all screenshots of all of her friends, and I'm telling you right now. And him and Spider were connected, and that's a connection to the Wells. But they weren't the target. I'm telling you right now, they were not the target. The target was a
So you saying the drug man's mad over a debt because his man got busted with drugs? He blamed it on Melina. Went to kidnap Melina's daughter, but accidentally got Summer Wells.
I think he was trying to scare her. I'm trying to tell you. I think they were trying to scare her, and I think they wanted to tame it because that shit got interrupted. And it wasn't all that like $5 or $10 worth. There was a large amount of drugs and guns. That man had guns too.
Do you live out there in the holler?
My parents do.
Okay.
My parents do. And if you know my last name, you'd be like, oh, fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. We're right there. Nope, I'm nowhere near there. I'm hours away. I live in a different state. But I'm telling you, I know, I believe my people. I believe my family. And we talk about this shit. And I'm telling you, nobody's listening to us. They were not supposed to, Summer wasn't supposed to be the girl. And if you look at this